I used to believe marriage meant safety. I said that out loud once. Marriage is where fights end, I told my wife. She smiled. Only if you're right. I laughed, because I always laughed first. That was how I survived growing up. I stayed quiet. I stayed useful. I stayed agreeable. You're too soft, my brother used to say. Peaceful, my mother corrected him. My father said nothing, like always. When I married her, I thought love would cover my silence. I thought choosing her meant choosing a place where I could rest. The first crack came quietly. "You don't really have ambition, do you?" she asked one night. "I work hard," I said. "That's not what I asked." I tried again. "I'm building something." She sighed. "You always say that." At dinner with my family, she laughed. "He still thinks he's going to do something big," she said. My brother snorted. "Dreams don't pay bills." I waited for someone to stop it. No one did. "Just joke," my mother said. "Don't be sensitive." I nodded, because nodding was easier than bleeding in public. At home, it got sharper. "Why are you like this?" she asked. "Like what?" "So small." I stared at the floor. "I'm trying." "Trying isn't enough," she said. "Men lead." I asked my mother for advice once. "Marriage needs adjustment," she told me. "I'm adjusting," I said. "Then adjust more," she replied. My father was in the room. He looked at the TV. "She talks to me like I'm nothing," I said. He cleared his throat. "Women get emotional." My brother laughed. "At least she's honest." That night, my wife stood in the doorway. "You embarrassed me today," she said. I didn't say anything. "Exactly." I tried to explain. "I don't want fights." She crossed her arms. "Then stop disappointing me." Every conversation became a trial. "Why didn't you earn more? Why didn't you speak up? Why are you so weak?" When I stayed silent, she called it guilt. When I spoke, she called it attitude. In front of others, she smiled. At home, she sharpened her words. "You're lucky I stay," she said. "Lucky?" I repeated. "Yes." Any other woman would have left. At another family gathering, she raised her voice. "Ask him what his plans are," she said. My brother leaned back. "All right, genius. What's next?" I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. My mother shook her head. "You worry too much. She wants the best for you." "The best?" I asked. "Discipline," she said. My wife squeezed my arm. Hard. "See," she whispered. "Even they agree." That was the moment I understood her real strength. It wasn't her voice. It was the echo behind it. At night, I lay beside her. "You're quiet," she said. "I'm tired." "Tired of what?" "You don't do enough to be tired." I turned toward the wall. "Don't sulk," she said. "Men sulk when they're guilty." I wanted to scream. Instead, I memorized the ceiling. One morning, I heard my brother tell her, "He's always been like this." She replied, "I know. I'm trying to fix him." Fix me. I realized then I wasn't a husband in this house. I was a project, a problem, a shared inconvenience. I asked myself one question, quietly, honestly. If everyone I love thinks I'm the issue, what happens if I stop trying to prove I'm not? That was when the truth landed. I was married. I was surrounded. And I was completely alone. The house had chosen her. I thought dinner would be calm. I was wrong. My wife smiled across the table. "Tell them," she said. "Tell them what you earn." I said, "Why does it matter?" She laughed. "Because it's embarrassing." My brother leaned back. "Come on. Numbers don't lie." "I pay my share," I said. "Barely," my wife replied. My mother sighed. "She means well." "I'm sitting right here," I said. "You should listen," my mother answered. "She puts up with a lot." I felt heat rise. "I work every day." My wife tilted her head. "And still stay average." My brother grinned. "At least she didn't leave you." That's not funny, I said. It is, he replied. From the outside. I looked at my father. Say something. He cleared his throat. Let's eat. My wife tapped the table. See? Even he's tired of excuses. I'm not making excuses, I said. You always are, she answered. I tried again. I'm doing my best. My mother shook her head. Best isn't enough in marriage. Something loosened inside me. Not pain. Not anger. Clarity. My wife leaned closer. You should be grateful. For what? I asked. For me staying, she said. Anyone else would have walked. I opened my mouth. I closed it. My brother laughed. That silence says everything. I nodded once. My wife frowned. Say something. I said, okay. She waited. I stayed quiet. My mother pressed. Defend yourself. I looked at my hands. No. The table felt louder without my voice. Every word aimed at me missed. You see, my wife said. He knows I'm right. I listened. He's always been weak, my brother said. I remembered being young. I remembered learning silence early. My mother said, marriage needs sacrifice. I wondered who was bleeding. My wife asked, do you even love me? I said, I don't know. That answer stunned them. It stunned me. Dinner ended quickly after that. Chairs scraped. Plates cleared. In the car, she said, you humiliated me. I replied, I stopped pretending. She slapped the dashboard. You embarrassed this family. I stared out the window. At home, she waited for a fight. I walked past her. Don't ignore me, she said. I'm listening, I replied. She followed. You think silence makes you strong? No, I said. It makes me honest. She laughed, sharp. You'll regret this. I nodded. Maybe. That night, I stayed awake. The ceiling didn't judge me. I replayed every insult. I heard every laugh. I asked myself questions. Why did silence scare them? Why did peace threaten control? I remembered mornings. My wife saying, smile. My mother saying, endure. My brother saying, man up. I whispered, I did. I thought about effort. How it was never measured fairly. How love came with rules. Rules written by everyone else. I pictured the table again. Their faces confident. Mine invisible. I said aloud, I won't beg. No one answered. I tested the idea. Not defending. Not explaining. Not shrinking. It felt dangerous. It felt clean. I imagined tomorrow. More jokes. More pressure. More advice I didn't ask for. I imagined refusing. I imagined consequences. Fear rose. Then settled. I realized something simple. They needed my reactions. My apologies. My shame. Without them, they had nothing. I turned on my side. The bed felt cold. Honest. I spoke quietly. This ends. No vows broke. No doors slammed. No fists raised. Just a decision. I wouldn't fight for a place where I wasn't respected. I wouldn't speak where I wasn't heard. I closed my eyes. For the first time, I wasn't defending myself. I was choosing myself. I woke before the alarm. The house was quiet. I packed a bag. No list. No speech. My wife slept facing away. I didn't touch her. I paused at the door. I waited for doubt. It didn't come. Outside, the air felt lighter. My phone buzzed. You'll be back, she texted. You always are. I didn't reply. Another message came. Don't embarrass yourself. I kept walking. By noon, my mother called. What is this nonsense? She asked. I left, I said. Where? Somewhere quiet. You're being dramatic, she said. I'm being honest. She sighed. People are talking. I know. My brother texted next. Running away now. No, I typed. Leaving. He replied, "Same thing. My father didn't call. The apartment was small. One room. One window." I dropped my bag. I sat on the floor. The silence hurt. It didn't lie. My wife texted again. "Pack your tantrum and come home." I deleted it. Another came. "You can't survive alone." I laughed once. It sounded strange. That evening, I met Amir. He looked at me. "You look tired." "I am. Good tired or bad tired?" "Honest tired." He nodded. "Sit." We drank cheap tea. He asked, "What happened?" I said, "I stopped explaining." He didn't interrupt. He didn't correct me. When I finished, he said, "I believe you." That sentence stayed. I asked, "That's it?" "That's enough," he replied. My phone buzzed again. My mother texted, "You've shamed us." I showed Amir. He said, "They miss control." I didn't argue. The next day at work, my manager looked up. "You're early," he said. "I needed time," I replied. He nodded. "New project starts today." "I'm ready." He studied me. "You sure?" "Yes." I worked late. No one complained. That night, my wife called. "Where are you?" "Safe." "With who?" "Myself." She laughed. "You'll crawl back." "Maybe," I said. "But not today." She hung up. I slept on the floor. My back hurt. My chest didn't. Days passed. My mother called again. "Come home," she said. "Why?" "Because family forgives." I asked, "Do they listen?" She went quiet. My brother left a voicemail. "Stop acting proud." I deleted it. I stopped waiting for the phone. Work filled the hours. Learning filled the nights. I asked questions. I stayed late. The manager said, "You're focused." "I need to be." He said, "Good." Amir checked in. "You eating?" "Yes." "Sleeping?" "Enough." "You sound steadier," he said. "I feel lighter." One night, my wife sent a long message. She blamed stress. She blamed me. She blamed love. I read it once. I felt nothing. Another message followed. "You can't do better than me." I smiled. I typed a reply. I erased it. I stared at the screen. 4 years I had explained, defended, apologized. I didn't owe words anymore. I selected the thread. I pressed delete. The phone went quiet. I sat back. I breathed. Walking away didn't fix everything. It didn't make me brave. It didn't make me whole. But it was mine. For the first time, I chose myself, without asking permission. Time didn't heal me. Work did. "You're staying late again," my manager said. "I want to finish this," I replied. He nodded. "Good." Weeks passed. "You look different," Amir said one night. "Tired," I answered. "Strong tired," he corrected. I wasn't happy. I was steady. At work, numbers changed. "You handled that well," my manager said. "I learned," I replied. He leaned back. "We noticed." That word stayed. Noticed. One morning, he called me in. "Promotion," he said. "For me." "You earned it." I didn't smile. I breathed. That night, my phone buzzed. My wife texted. "I heard you're doing better." I stared at the screen. "You never told me about this," she added. "There was nothing to tell," I typed. She replied fast. "We should talk." I didn't answer. The next call came from my mother. "Why didn't you tell us?" she asked. "Tell you what?" "That you're moving up." I said, "You didn't ask." She laughed softly. "You're still family." My brother messaged next. "Congrats," he wrote. "That was fast," I replied. "Success suits you," he said. I read that twice. Amir noticed my face. "They changed," he said. "No," I replied. "They adjusted." At dinner with Amir, my phone kept lighting up. "Come over," my mother said. We miss you, my brother added. My wife sent, let's fix this. I said aloud, interesting timing. Amir asked, will you go? I'll listen, I answered. At my parents' house, smiles waited. My mother hugged me. You look healthy, she said. I am, I replied. My brother clapped my shoulder. Knew you had it in you, he said. I asked, since when? He laughed. No answer. My father poured tea. Work going well? He asked. Yes. That's good, he said. That was new. My wife arrived late. She smiled carefully. You didn't return my messages. I saw them, I said. She touched my arm. You seem confident. I feel clear. My mother watched us. Marriage is teamwork, she said. I replied. So is respect. Silence followed. My wife laughed softly. You've changed, she said. I had to. She leaned closer. People listen to you now. I said. I noticed. Dinner felt rehearsed. Compliments replaced jokes. Questions replaced orders. You should come back, my mother said. We can start fresh. I asked. From where? From family, she replied. I looked around. Not one apology waited. Only comfort. My wife said quietly, I was hard on you. Yes, I replied. She continued, I wanted you better. I wanted you kinder. She frowned. Why are you distant? Because distance taught me. Later, she followed me outside. Talk to me, she said. We are, I answered. She lowered her voice. You don't need to prove anything now. I'm not proving, I said. I'm choosing. Her smile slipped. You wouldn't have made it without us, she said. I replied, I made it without peace. She crossed her arms. Don't forget where you came from. I remember, I said. That's why I left. At home that night, my phone buzzed again. My wife texted. Let's talk properly. I read it slowly. Not anger. Not hope. Curiosity. I typed one word. Okay. I set the phone down. Success didn't heal the past. It exposed it. Respect came late. Conditional. Expensive. I sat quietly. Growth didn't change who hurt me. It showed me who watched it happen. And who benefited. We met at a quiet cafe. She arrived early. That surprised me. You came, she said. I said I would. She folded her hands. I've been thinking. I waited. I'm sorry, she said. For what? I asked. She paused. For everything. I nodded once. I was under pressure, she continued. Work, family, expectations. I asked. And me? She sighed. You were distant. I said. I became quiet. That hurt me, she replied. I leaned back. So did you. She frowned. I didn't mean to control you. But you did, I said. She lowered her voice. I pushed because I cared. I replied. You pushed because you could. Her jaw tightened. You've changed, she said. Yes, I replied. She looked down. I'm afraid, she admitted. Of what? I asked. Losing you, she said. I answered calmly. You already did. Her eyes widened. That's not fair. I smiled faintly. Neither was silence. She reached into her bag. I kept this, she said. She played an old voice note. My voice filled the space. I'll try harder, it said. I just need patience. I listened. I felt nothing. That was you, she whispered. I know, I replied. He's gone. She swallowed. Can we start over? I didn't answer. That evening, my mother called. We're proud of you, she said. Now? I asked. She laughed nervously. Come home. Everyone's here. I went. The house looked the same. The tone didn't. My brother stood up. Good to see you, he said. I replied. You look surprised. My mother hugged me. You've done well, she said. I did, I agreed. My father nodded from his chair. Sit, he said. Dinner began. You should have told us, my mother said. Told you what? That you were struggling alone. I replied, I did. She frowned. We didn't realize it was that bad. I asked, did you ask? Silence spread. My brother cleared his throat. We joked, he said. Yes, I replied. You did. My mother said, we wanted peace. At my expense, I said. She started crying. I was trying to protect the marriage, she said. I was trying to survive, I answered. My father stared at his plate. Say something, I said. He didn't. My wife spoke softly. He's stronger now, she said. I always knew he had it. I looked at her. You knew, I said, and still broke me. She flinched. I didn't know it hurt that much, she said. I told you, I replied. My brother looked away. I stayed silent, I continued. You called it weakness. My mother whispered, we failed you. I nodded. Yes. No anger rose. No triumph. Only space. After dinner, my wife followed me out. Please, she said. Let's start again. I stopped. Listen carefully, I said. I'm not angry. She looked hopeful. I'm not forgiving either, I added. Her face fell. You don't need to punish me, she said. I'm not, I replied. I'm leaving you with yourself. She whispered, I loved you. I answered, you loved control. She shook her head. I can change, she said. You already did, I replied. Too late. She reached for my hand. I stepped back. I miss the old you, she said. I met her eyes. So do I. I walked away slowly. No applause. No closure speech. Just distance. In the quiet, I understood something final. The man who begged. The man who explained. The man who waited. He didn't survive this. And I wasn't bringing him back. People stopped calling me first. That was how I noticed. At work, someone whispered, Did you hear? I asked, About what? They said, Your wife. I replied, She isn't my responsibility. Amir called later. They're talking, he said. I know, I answered. You okay? I'm quiet. That's dangerous, he said. For them, I replied. Messages started circulating. Screenshots. Old arguments. Public words. My name stayed out of it. My wife called. Why aren't you defending me? She asked. I'm not attacking you either, I said. That silence is ruining me. It used to ruin me too, I replied. She raised her voice. You owe me. I paid already, I said. My mother left a voicemail. People are judging us, she cried. They always did, I answered. But now they believe it. You taught them how, I said. My brother texted. This looks bad. For who? I replied. For the family. You chose a side, I typed. At work, my manager noticed. You're calmer, he said. I stopped carrying noise, I replied. He nodded. It shows. My wife showed up uninvited. Her eyes were red. Her voice shook. Talk to them, she said. Why? Tell them I'm not like this. You are, I replied. She stared at me. You're enjoying this. No, I said. I'm detached. She sat down hard. I'm losing friends, she said. You collected fear, I answered. She whispered, I need you. I needed respect, I replied. My phone buzzed again. My father texted. Come home. I answered, no. He called. Why are you doing this to us? I'm not doing anything, I said. Your silence is destroying us. My silence is saving me, I replied. My mother cried on speaker. We supported your marriage. You supported control, I said. That's unfair, she whispered. So was my life, I answered. No one argued. That scared them. Amir met me that night. "They're unraveling," he said. "I see it," I replied. "You don't look satisfied." "I'm finished chasing justice," I said. He asked, "Any urge to strike back?" I thought. "Revenge needs effort," I replied. "Peace doesn't." My wife sent a long message. She apologized again. She blamed stress. She blamed fear. She ended with, "Please respond." I stared at the screen. I remembered another message. My old voice. Begging. Promising. I deleted the memory. Then the message. That was the shift. Not when they fell. When I stopped lifting. The next day, my brother called. "Can you talk to her?" "No," I said. "She's breaking down." "She built that room," I replied. He snapped. "You're cold now." "I learned temperature control," I said. My wife tried calling again. I declined. She texted, "Please." I blocked the number. Nothing exploded. Nothing collapsed instantly. But I felt something unfamiliar. Stillness. No guilt. No duty. No pull. I realized power hadn't moved loudly. It moved quietly. It moved inward. They lost access to my voice, my reactions, my patience. I gained space. That was the trade. That was the balance. That was the end of their control. And the beginning of my freedom. I didn't wake up angry anymore. That surprised me. Amir noticed first. "You look settled," he said. "I feel finished," I replied. "With them. With needing them." We walked in silence. He asked, "Any regrets?" I answered, "Only that I waited." My phone stayed quiet now. No guilt messages. No apologies. At work, my manager stopped me. "You've grown," he said. "I survived," I replied. He smiled. "That counts more." One evening, I saw them. My family stood across the street. They didn't wave. They watched. My mother whispered something. My father looked away. My brother crossed his arms. No one approached. I felt nothing sharp. Just distance. Amir asked, "Want to leave?" "No," I said. "I want to stand." My wife wasn't there. That mattered. Later that night, she called from a new number. "I just want to hear your voice," she said. "You are," I replied. "That's not fair," she whispered. "It's final," I answered. She paused. "Do you hate me?" "No," I said. "I outgrew you." She cried softly. "I don't recognize you," she said. "That's because I'm not bending," I replied. She asked, "Was all this worth it?" I said, "I can breathe." She said, "I wish I'd listened." I replied, "I wish you'd respected." Silence followed. "Goodbye," she said. I answered, "Take care." I ended the call. That night, I listened to an old recording. My old voice. "I'll do better," it said. "I'll change." I paused it. "That man survived," I said aloud. "But he doesn't lead anymore." In the following days, people treated me differently. Not louder. Not softer. Clearer. My mother sent one final message. "We miss you." I typed back, "I'm well." Nothing more. My brother sent, "We were wrong." I replied, "I know." No forgiveness offered. No demanded. At work, I trained someone new. They asked, "How do you stay calm?" I said, "I stopped asking for permission." They nodded, confused. Peace looks strange to people raised on control. One weekend, I walked alone. No rush. No noise. I touched the scar on my wrist. Not physical. Memory. I said quietly, "You didn't break me." I remembered who I was. The man who explained. The man who waited. The man who apologized first. He kept me alive. But he isn't me anymore. That evening, I passed my old house. Lights on. Curtains closed. I didn't slow down. My phone buzzed once more. Unknown number. "Are you happy?" a voice asked. "Yes," I replied. "Without us." with myself. The call ended. I understood then. Justice didn't arrive loudly. It didn't clap. It settled. I didn't win by watching them fall. I won by standing upright. I didn't forgive to feel holy. I released to feel free. Control needs hunger, approval, fear. I starved it. I no longer perform love. I practice truth. I no longer explain silence. I protect it. People don't own me because they raised me, loved me, married me. Ownership ends where self-respect begins. I walk forward alone, but not empty. My scars speak quietly. They don't beg. They don't scream. They remind me. I was controlled because I allowed it. I am free because I stopped. That is the difference. That is the man they can't touch. That is the man I keep.